Hey everybody, it's Julianne from Cary Quilting Company in Cary, North Carolina. Today is Monday, August 25th, and I'm here with Sean and Jim of J&S Woodworking, and we are in their wood shop, and they're going to show us a lot of cool things and tell us how they got started. So I'm going to let Jim take it away.
Well, thank you for having us, Julianne.
Thank you for having us.
We're real happy that we've been participating in all the quilt market, handmade market for
A lot of years.
a lot of years. I mean, from the beginning. So we're happy. We've only missed one. That's only because we were in Italy. So
I would probably miss one if I was in Italy too.
yeah. Anyway, thank you for having us again. And this all started because Sean decided to buy this lathe over here at a market when he retired, and he decided he's going to learn how to make a bowl. And eventually he dragged me over here, and I didn't come screaming, but anyway, he showed me how to make a bowl, and then we kind of evolved into some cutting boards, and we kind of took off after that. And as soon as we made so many things for our families, they were like, stop, we don't need any more. So we kind of moved on to, we need to sell some of this stuff and maybe buy a few new toys. So that's kind of how we have evolved.
And they have great things to sell.
Yeah, it's been fun. It's a hobby, strictly a hobby, but.
And these guys are neighbors. He lives across the street, so they hang out here during the day.
Yeah, we call this shop number 1. I'm shop number 2.
And we'll go over there in a little bit. See the other half.
Yeah, we'll see the other half.
They set up a little station here to show us how a bowl is made out of a tree.
Exactly. So people wonder, does it really come from a tree? Yes, it does. It starts out with a huge section of tree just like this. This tree came down just Friday, 3 days ago, 2 days ago. Here in Cary. It's very wet, very heavy. It sits for a while, but before it sits, we'll cut it up. We'll take it, and people are surprised to find out that it really comes from the sides. We cut the center piece out, taking the pith out so that it won't soak all the water out very quickly, and it allows it to dry without cracking. So we end up with 2 pieces per slice. We'll take these 2 pieces and we'll clean them up into a round. We'll machine a piece on the bottom so that we can hold it on the machine. We'll mount it onto the chuck. We'll end up cutting through. We'll show that in a second. And then we end up with roughly a bowl.
Look at that pretty bowl.
That's a bowl in process.
Very cool. And that's where it starts, with a bowl.
That's where it starts. So one of the things we'd like to do is show you how we make cutting boards. And the challenge today is we're going to have Julianne design that cutting board, and that will be her giveaway for the market.
Oh boy.
So let's get started. We'll be right back.
Because one's this and one's that?
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes, they will, but that's okay. That's what
I
we
like
want.
that.
All right.
Here we go. We're going to show the process of how we're going to put this together.
So we take the design board that Julianne picked out, and we would put it into some clamps and clamp it up with glue. We were asked once at one of the shows over at the Cary Quilt store, how do we get the lines so straight, the color of the lines? They thought we
Painted it?
That we painted it or stained it, and it's all 100% natural wood. Now you get to have some fun when you have some wood with variations in it and you put them together, but we would glue it, it would sit overnight. We would take this, and in a few minutes we'll be over at Jim's place and we'll show you how we take this and we routed the edges, we run it through a planer to smooth it out, and how we do finishing.
So one of the things we actually enjoy is repurposing wood. Being a woodworker, people find out and they like to drop a lot of wood off at your house. So one of the things we had recently was this countertop of black limba that someone gave us. And this can become a whole lot of things, a shelf, a bowl if you wanted it to, you just glue some together. But the first thing to do is clean it up. So what they had stained on here, we just ran through the planer, and now this black limba is back to its natural look.
That's so pretty.
And this can turn into a tray, a board, just about anything you feel like, whatever your imagination takes you to. The wood speaks around here. So as I told you, the black limba we just cleaned up. Here's another piece of it that we actually turned into a cutting board. It is nice and strong. I mean, you can chop a lot of barbecue on that. It's got feet so it doesn't slide on your counter. This is another piece. It was a little bit thinner, but the same black limba. Got a different side. You can see how similar that is here.
Yeah, it's gorgeous.
But this is a nice tray. You can put some crackers and cheese on that. This is just our typical cutting board that we love to put together. Again, there's no rhyme or reason to what we do. We just kind of find wood, put it together, and glue it up, make a nice board. Some of the bowls that we've done, this is an unusual one we call the Holy Bowly. But all we did was we glued some maple, some walnut together, stacked it up, put it on the lathe, and we came out with that. And then the challenge was drilling all these holes in here, but we got that done. It makes a great fruit bowl.
Mm-hmm.
Here's that little pin tray you saw down there. These are Julianne's favorite.
We sell those at the shop, and they have a magnet in the bottom, so they hold pins and needles really well.
Mm-hmm. And these, we don't know what is going on with these. These are clappers, and people love them. We don't know why, but
That's because we're
Julianne,
not sewers.
Right, yeah.
Julianne loves to sell them for us.
Clappers are used for pressing seams more than an iron would do it.
Yes.
Yes.
Okay.
But we end up getting calls, and we make these by the dozen.
Yeah.
It's incredible.
Yep. They're really good tools. I have one.
This is a piece of butcher block that again someone dropped off, and we just turned it into a little lazy Susan. Hi.
Although Susan's not lazy.
And you know, and we can use our mixed woods on that. We can make this as a pocket so things don't fall out. You put all your condiments in there if you wanted to. Some more of our bowls. Here's a piece of cedar we had.
Oh, that's so pretty.
This is from 4 miles down the street. A friend of ours took cedar trees down, and here
Wow.
you go. We've got a few Christmas items here. More butcher block. We put a nutcracker on it. These we make on the lathe down there, just like a bowl, with just different cuts. Something we did on our CNC recently. Little fun with that. And these will all be at the market here in a month.
Right. Is there anything else you wanted to show us? Did you want to run that through? Or
We don't need to run it through.
Okay.
We're going to show the
Oh,
finished
right.
product over
Oh, okay.
here and
So-
let Sean oil it.
Julianne designed her board back at the other garage. You'd come through with a glued board. We would then take this and run it through the planer that we showed just previously. And then we come out with the ability to take that, to sand it, and to edge it. And Jim's going to show you how we put the finish on and what a difference it makes between the raw wood and the finish.
So we use Howard's cutting board. It's food safe, so we know there's going to be food on here.
Ooh.
And this is kind of when the magic happens on this wood. Really brings out the natural color of it.
That's fun.
Usually my wife will come out and try to do this because she likes this part.
It's probably the
I
most
see
fun,
why.
and it's the quietest.
It sure is.
Yeah, that's great.
Anyway,
So now you know a little more about J&S Woodworking and what goes into making the beautiful things that they bring to the Handmade Market. So when you come out to the market on October 4th from 10 to 4, be sure to check in with them. They're usually the big tent right at the very beginning on the corner. So we all look forward to seeing you then, and you guys have fun making stuff between now and then.
So this
Thank
board
you.
will be available at the market sale this year, but also Julianne's asked us if you've previously gotten a board from us. If
Oh,
you
right.
want to bring it back to this sale, we'll be set up and be able to refurbish the board and recondition the board and bring it back to as new condition if you've got that. And you want to come by, would be more than happy to bring the board back to life.
So there you go. Now you have another reason to come to the Handmade Market. But we're very thankful to Jim and Sean for letting us into both of their wood shops. And we will see you back here from our shop tomorrow. Bye.